start with both poi and overhand. And you work on getting to the place where you can do just that circle stall with the left hand. Circle, stall, circle, stall, circle, stall, circle, stall, while the right hand stays in overhand. Now there's 4 versions of this drill. Right hand stays in overhand while the left hand does the circle and the stall. If you can't do the stall, what you do is this. You, in your head, say right hand, keep spinning, left hand, stop. Right hand, keep spinning, left hand, stop. And then as soon as the left hand stops, you bowl and bring it up in the opposite direction. Okay, left is under, right is over. And then, but you're still going to keep the right one spinning while the left one stops again. But the second restart is easier because they start in the same direction. Now, this is another one of those things where the desire to be beyond where your skill level actually is will probably take hold. The real game to play in the beginning, in my opinion, if you want to develop the precision earlier, is really getting it to stop. And actually take the moment to take a breath and release any tension in your body. And then from total stillness, trying to start it up while it bowls, goes underhand, and the other one stays overhand. And then do the same thing. You stop it, wait for it to stop. So if it's wobbling like this, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Breath, and then both of them overhand. And then stop it again. Wait for it to be at stillness. Take a breath, relax, keep your body nice and relaxed. Then bowl, and then stop it again. Wait for it to stop. Take a breath, and throw it overhand. And you're using your breath intentionally to force your body to stay relaxed rather than letting the excitement overwhelm you and take you to the place that you're not really ready to go. This is where the meditation, I think, really comes in. Now, so that's version 1, is where the left hand is doing the circle and stall while the right hand is overhand. Okay, version 2 is they're both underhand. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. The right one keeps spinning. So right poi, you keep spinning. Left poi, stop. Left poi, stop. Left poi, stop. Might take a moment. It might keep doing this wobbling. Might keep wobbling. Okay, it finally stops. Now I can breathe. And now I'm going to throw it overhand like a baseball. And this is the hard one because one's overhand and one's underhand. And then from this place of opposite direction, again, you stop the left poi. Wait for it to stop. Wait for it to stop. Take your breath. And then bring it up underhand. And that should be the easier one because they're both matching again. And then you stop it again. Wait for it to stop. Take your breath. Throw it overhand like a baseball. And then you're going to let it stop again. And then bring it up and underhand. Now, eventually, what will happen is you will feel more and more capable of getting to these stops. Once you get to the place where you feel confident with the stop and you're not trying to rush, what you do is stop it and as quickly as you can, bring it back up in the other direction. Stop it and as quickly as you can, bring it back up in the other direction while the other one keeps going. And stop it and bring it back up in the other direction. And stop it and bring it back up in the other direction. This is a really great bilateral coordination move. This is great for the brain gym because you're working across the midline of the body at the same time. And then, of course, you do the same drill on the other side, where you just start with stopping it, breathing, and bringing it up in the other direction. So I started with the left and right both in overhand. Then I stop my right hand, and I bring it up in underhand. We started both in overhand. We stop the right hand, take the breath, and then bring the right hand up underhand. So you're bowling with the right hand while the left hand is overhand. Then you stop the right hand again, let it come to stillness, relax your body and breathe, and throw it like a baseball. And they're back in the same direction. That second one again is going to be the easier one, most likely. Then stop it again, and then breathe, and then bring it up and underhand. And then from left overhand, right underhand, you stop the right one again, breathe, and throw them both in overhand. So that's version 3 of the movement. And then stall both of them at the same time so you're both in underhand. And now we do the same thing where we talk to the left hand and say, left hand, You keep spinning and right hand stop, left spin, right stop, left spin. Relax your body, breathe, and throw the right one like a baseball. So the right one's overhand while the left one stays in underhand. Then we stop the right hand again and breathe. And bowl with the right hand, so they're both coming up in the underhand together. And then we do the harder one again, where we keep the left one spinning and we stop the right one, stop the right one, stop the right one, let it come to stillness. Throw it like a baseball. It comes into overhand while the left one is underhand still, and then stop the right one again, and bring it up in underhand. Now, again, the goal is to get each one of those 4 versions of it working. And by 4 versions, I mean where the right hand is overhand spinning and the left one does the circle and stall, while the right hand is underhand spinning, the left one does the circle and stall, while the left hand is overhand spinning, while the right one does the circle and stall, and while the left hand is underhand spinning, doing the circle and stall. Once you have each of those fairly well, you can start working on the version of the same thing that we just did, where you don't do the stop in the middle, you just take it out. So let's say I'm doing both of them underhand, and my right poi stalls, circles, stalls, circles, stalls, circles, stalls, circles, stalls, circles, stalls, circles. And this, of course, is your easier one, so let's do your harder one. Opposite version of that would be the right one keeps spinning in underhand. They both start in underhand. And now your left one, good. Now your left one stalls, circles, stalls, circles, stalls, circles, stalls, circles. Just to put that in a context for you that makes sense, what we're working toward is what I call the basic stall drill. Now, I don't really think it's basic, but it's fundamental to so many things. And per that video that I showed you recently with the fundamental versus significant, I think it informs your capacities on many levels because it exercises all of the 8 unique stalls. Here's the drill. And I'm not suggesting you do it, but I want to give you a preview of where you're moving toward. You're in split time and you alternate stalls with each hand. So that's my right leading. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're noticing, I hope, that you're doing this in split time. It's not same time, which adds a whole other level of difficulty to it. And then once you've done that with the right lead, you can do the same thing, left, right, which is 5, 6, 7, 8. And each of these combinations is actually different because it's different to start in overhand and stall the left one first versus they're both in overhand and the right one stalls first, because you end up in a different version of opposite direction. When the right one stalls first, you end up in side opposite left, where the left hand's overhand and the right hand's underhand. Versus when the left one stalls first, you end up in side opposite right, where the right one is overhand and the left one is underhand. So they are